My professor warned me that if I handed over my evidence, my teammate wouldn't just fail this project. He'd be permanently removed from the university. I nodded, because for an entire year, I'd been quietly recording every excuse he ever made. I didn't come to university looking for revenge. I came looking for stability. At the time, I was studying mechanical engineering at a highly ranked university in England, and on paper I was doing well. In reality, I was exhausted. I was dealing with personal issues I didn't talk about, because when you admit weakness in a competitive environment, people start treating you like dead weight. So I didn't say anything. I worked harder. That's how I survived first year. Ironically, the module that made me stand out wasn't even mechanical. It was computing, Python programming, logic, structure, cause and effect. Things that made sense when the rest of life didn't. I finished the module with 98%. A first was 70%. I lost 2 marks because of one unclear comment in my code. That tiny mistake somehow became a talking point across the year group. Suddenly, people knew my name. Lecturers referenced my work. Students messaged me for help. I didn't resent it. I thought it meant I was respected. I didn't yet understand the difference between being respected and being used. The project announcement. Second year started with an announcement that made the entire lecture hall groan. A year-long group project. Massive waiting. Mandatory teamwork. Impossible to pass the course without it. We could choose from several engineering projects. Most were dull, theoretical, or geared toward other disciplines. Only 2 were exciting. One of them was a robot competition. It involved design, hardware, software, documentation, and a final live tournament. It was flashy, competitive, public. Everyone wanted it. So did we. The group I never would have chosen. We were randomly assigned into groups of 4. I remember walking into that first meeting already uneasy. Something about group projects always felt like roulette. You never knew who you'd end up carrying. There were 2 other women in my group. From the start they were honest. "We're not great with hands-on robotics," one of them said carefully. "But we're organized. We'll handle documentation, planning, CAD, whatever's needed." No ego. No pretending. Just accountability. Then there was him. Tall. Broad-shouldered. Confident in that careless way. His rugby jacket hung over his chair like a badge of authority. "I've already done this project," he said, leaning back. All 3 of us looked at him. He explained he was repeating the year. I felt a flicker of concern, but I pushed it down. I asked, "So you're comfortable with programming and electronics?" He shrugged. "Yeah." That was it. No elaboration. No interest. Just yeah. Something in my chest tightened. The pattern forms. We split responsibilities. The girls took documentation and design. I took software planning and integration. He took hardware and electronics. Weeks passed. The girls delivered excellent CAD designs. Clean, precise, beautifully organized. They worked late, cross-checking each other, refining layouts. I completed my parts early. And him? Nothing. No uploads. No drafts. No messages. At first, I waited. Then I reminded him. Then I started filling in gaps, temporarily. Eventually, I realized I was doing his work permanently. Every time I told myself, he'll catch up, another deadline passed. The first collapse. Presentation day arrived. We stood in front of the professor with no robot, no prototype, no physical model, just printed design work, done by 3 people. The professor was furious, but not loudly. His disappointment was quiet, sharp, and surgical. When we showed him evidence of our contributions, he barely looked. "Anyone can put their name on a document," he said. We failed the presentation. We were offered a choice: split the group or stay together. The girls refused to split unless I stayed with them. I stayed silent. The decision was made for us. We walked out knowing one thing: only a perfect final result could save us. That night, I sat on my bed staring at my laptop, heart pounding. I finally understood something terrifying. Hard work doesn't protect you. When someone else is happy to let you burn. The moment hope died, I realized I was trapped. If I kept carrying him, he'd pass. If I stopped, we'd all fail. That's when the emotional shift happened. Not anger. Clarity. If fairness wasn't automatic, I would build it manually. I went to the professor and told him calmly, I will document everything. Every meeting. Every message. Every contribution. He nodded, skeptical but curious. Then I discovered something incredible. The university had its own Git system, a source control platform used by computer science students. Every contribution had a timestamp, a name, an email, truth, permanently recorded. The professor approved it immediately. The girls joined the same day. He never responded, turning everyday life into evidence. From that moment on, I became meticulous. Every sentence written, committed. Every diagram changed, logged. Every file edited, tracked. Meetings were scheduled through Facebook and university email. Different room every time. At the start of each meeting, I took a group photo. Smiling, laughing, casual. I placed a recorder in the middle of the table. After every meeting, I emailed everyone. The photo, the audio recording, the meeting minutes. He attended 2 meetings. Promised to handle hardware. Never did. The cost I paid alone. As deadlines closed in, the robot still wasn't built. The girls tried to help, but they'd been honest from day one about their limitations. So I took it all. I skipped lectures, missed seminars, worked until my hands shook. I knew my grades were suffering, so I told the girls to focus on themselves. I'll finish it, I said. By then, I wasn't chasing success. I was chasing truth. The lie that thought it had won. Against logic. Against probability. We won the competition. Barely. He showed up on the final day, smiling, soaking in praise. I smiled too. Because the evaluation hadn't happened yet. The forms. Anonymous peer evaluations. I gave the girls perfect scores. Him. Zeros. My comment. See evidence. The office. The professor called us in. His voice was tense. Do you understand, he asked, that these scores will cause him to fail the year? Yes. And that failing twice means permanent removal? Yes. He turned to me. You didn't submit evidence. I reached into my bag and placed hundreds of pages on his desk. Screenshots, photos, commits, emails, recordings. I had already sent the digital files. Silence filled the room. One of the girls whispered, "Oh." The ending he built himself. 2 days later, an email arrived. Evidence accepted. Scores accepted. He was removed from the program. No confrontation. No drama. Just consequences. I didn't ruin his future. I stopped sacrificing mine to protect it. And sometimes, that's the most powerful revenge there is. Revenge doesn't have to be loud, or cruel, or emotional. Sometimes, the most powerful revenge is documentation. Because truth doesn't need anger. It just needs receipts. If this story gave you chills, like, subscribe, and comment below. Backhand index pointing right. What's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? And trust me, there are many more stories like this coming.